daughter of a gilder, Mortanna Shroud was sold to Helmor's Psychonarium when, upon her coming of age, her family discovered her emergent psychic talents and handed her over for a handsome reward. Classified a Lambda level Psyker, and thus of little interest to the Adeptus Astra Telepathica, the wardens of the Psychonarium worked to increase her abilities and ensure her obedience. Implanted with a neuro-reliquary, a collar made of bones and skulls of dead Psykers, Mortanna found a host of new abilities at her command, from conjuring flame from nothing to wrapping herself in a shield of superheated air. Unfortunately for Shroud, the neuro-reliquary resonates to the psychic frequencies used by the wardens and can be used to inflict pain or even death upon her should she disobey them. When the skulls of the reliquary begin to chatter, Mortanna knows that her unseen masters disapprove of her actions, and she should desist immediately or face the consequences. Despite the psychic chain coiled around her neck, Mortanna takes great pleasure in her work. She enjoys the fearful way hivers look at her, or the nervous glances of Helmor's hunters and enforcers when she works alongside them. Most of all, though, Mortanna enjoys burning things, seeing in the screaming faces of her enemies those of her parents. Perhaps most worryingly of all, it is that Mortanna has begun to talk to the skulls of her neuro-reliquary, the ancient dead Psykers promising her freedom if she only just listens to their whispered advice. Hello, and welcome back to Wellywood Wargaming. My name is Damon, and this is the series where I give you bite-sized little videos on every single Necromunda Dramatis Personae, aka special character, in the whole game. Now we're getting into the end of the M's, as I think I'm over halfway through now, which is very exciting indeed. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, but I do enjoy doing this, don't get me wrong. But please do like, share, subscribe, and check out the Patreon as well to keep me going on this massive, mad, crazy adventure that I'm doing at the moment. I've still got to do the agents and the hired guns as well after this, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, Mortanna Shroud. No official miniature for this chick, but the artwork is pretty nice. I'm sure you could bash something up from maybe one of the Blackstone Fortress Psykers with some female shenanigans going on there as well. Pretty cool lore. I do like the idea of this chick. She's got some really cool lore. But she's an interesting one. And when I say interest, I mean she's pretty bad, actually. 330 credits worth is Mortanna Shroud. 330 credits, which is nearly as expensive, if not the same price as Cal Jericho. So bear that in mind before I read you the rules here. Let's look at the stats quickly. She's movement 5, weapon skill 4+, ballistic skill 5+, strength toughness 3, 1 wound, initiative 3+, 2 attacks, and leadership 7, cool 7, willpower 6+, intelligence 6+. So if you compare those stats to Cal Jericho or Lady Credo or something, fucking terrible. Don't get me wrong, just terrible. However, she does fulfill a very different role, and we're going to get into that in a second. Skills, only one, and that's Escape Artist. Not the best skill in the game as well, so it's nice to have. Weapons, only a las pistol. War gear, flak, and a refractor field. Refractor field is pretty good there. It's a standout sort of thing. We've got an invulnerable field armor save there, which is quite good. I believe it's a 5+ refractor field. It is, yeah, 5+ invuln save there. And then we have 3 weird powers, which are unsanctioned weird powers. And unfortunately, because the rules for Mortanna Shroud in the Book of Peril, they were released long before the Book of the Outcast and the new weird powers. I suppose if you were nice as an arbitrator, you would probably allow someone to take this character and maybe just choose 3 of the of the weird powers from the book to your heart's content, willy-nilly, because the ones that she's got here are frankly just not very good. She has Hammer Hand, which is a close combat continuous effect basic biomancy power. It's really not very good. I can't really see you using it, especially with her weapon skill of 4+. We've got Scouring, which is pretty much a hand flamer. It's also a basic though. Again, it's not really worth it. And we've got Assail, which is another basic telekinesis weird power here. Assail, unfortunately, not only have you got to pull it off, we've got a willpower 6 up, so that shouldn't be a problem most of the time, but not only have you got to pull it off, but you've also got to use your ballistic skill to actually hit the target if you're in range. And that ballistic skill is 5 up, making Assail pretty dog shit on Mortanna Shroud, unfortunately. So yeah, Scouring is the only sort of half decent one on there, but you're better off just having a Hand Flamer or something. She has got another rule here, so Psychic Chains. If she's taken out of action immediately before removed, all enemy fighters within D6 inches suffer a Strength 1 Seismic automatic hit. Only Strength 1, but Seismic is pretty cool, means that they're automatically pinned. I mean, am I missing something here? For 330 credits, Mortanna Shroud is absolute dog shite. You're never going to use her as a bounty hunter in any sort of system, I suppose, that you've got. If you love the lore that much, then great, but just use the lore on a different profile with better stuff, because she's just frankly terrible. Arguably one of the worst so far, and I think what makes it so bad is that 330 credit cost. It's just unreal. Am I missing something on this one? Please do comment down below. Let me know, because I'm finding it hard to justify why this one exists, and why Games Workshop thought that 330 credits worth made sense. But anyway, if I'm overly negative about this one, it's because I just can't see any redeeming feature for this character whatsoever. Anyway, so that's it from me for now. I'll be back with the next video real soon. Peace out.